everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So today I am doing a classic fall look. Now when I think of fall, I always want to do this look. It is my go-to. It's just classic, it's glamorous, and it's just perfect in my mind. So it's a really matte, neutral eye with a thick, bold wing liner and a really bold purple lip. I wear this all of the time. I can just change up the lip color and I'm good to go. I love it. It's perfect. It's usually mostly Makeup Geek eyeshadows and MAC as well, and this is my favorite MAC lipstick called Rebel. So if you want to see exactly how to get this bold fall look, then just keep watching. Okay, so first we're going to start with eyebrows. I've already done my face, so I have foundation, concealer, and powder on. So moving on to the eyes, I'm going to use the Anastasia DripBrow in soft brown. So this is like eyeliner for your eyebrows, and I'm going to be using this angled eyeliner brush from Anastasia. And what I do is I just take a little bit out and put it on the back of my hand and just kind of like work it into the brush. And I'm going to use the spoolie end of this brush to brush up through my brows. And then just using small strokes, I'm going to fill them in. Okay, so then both brows are done, and I'm just going to set them in place with some clear brow gel because my eyebrow hairs tend to go a little bit crazy throughout the day. So this just keeps them in place, and this is like hairspray for your eyebrows. It's really, really good. Okay, moving on to eyes. I am going to prime my eyes with a MAC Paintpot. This one is in Utterly Becoming. Looks like this, so just any neutral matte base that you have will do. And I'm just going to put this all over my eyes. Whoops! So this will just act as a base and hide any veins that you have on your eyes. And it'll also give the color something to stick onto. Okay, for eyeshadow, it's pretty simple. It is all about the wing liner and bold lip for this look. So I'm going to go in with a MAC eyeshadow called Texture. Looks like this. It's like a creamy caramel color. It's beautiful. It has a little bit of shimmer, but nothing really detectable on the skin. It just looks really beautiful. So I'm just going to take a big kind of thick synthetic brush and I'm just going to pack this all over the lid. So really just pressing it because we want it really opaque and all over the lid. I'm not going above the crease, I'm just keeping it on the lid area. Okay, and just taking a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend that out, making sure there's no harsh edges. So I'm just going back and forth over the top edge of that color. Brilliant. I love this color. It's so pretty. Okay, moving on to Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I am going to take the color called Creme Brule. Looks like that. It's just a perfect kind of crease transition color. And I'm just going to blend that into the crease. The key to this eye look is just a lot of blending because you want the eyes just to be nice and blown out. So really just take your time and go back and forth. Then I'm going to take a lighter shade. This one's called Peach Smoothie, and it's kind of just this peachy color. Taking that again on the same brush, and I'm just going in the upper crease. So above where we just placed that creme brulee. Again, just to give it a nice gradient effect. Now sticking with that same brush, I'm going in with a color called Beaches and Cream, and it's this one right here, and it's just like a creamy matte beige. And just right at the top. So we have a nice gradient of light beige to kind of dark beige. So that's just going up there. Now I'm taking a Sigma E25 blending brush. I just want to define the crease a little bit more. So I'm going in with this color here called Frappe by Makeup Geek, and it's just kind of a bit darker than Creme Brulee. They're all in the same family, these shades, and I'm just going to put that right into the crease nice and gently, buffing that in. just going to take a tiny bit of this color, Cocoa Bear. It's like a dark burnt red color on that same brush, just a fluffy brush, and just put that like a little bit in the outer corners. Again, I don't want anything harsh. I just want to give some dimension to the eye. Perfect. So moving on to the lower lash line, I'm taking the other end of this crown brush, that's a pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with Creme Brulee again. Tapping that off. And I'm just going to build up the lower lash line in the same colors that we did on the top. And I just really want it blended and smoked out. So this is just going to give a glowing effect to the eyes when you have all the colors kind of wrapping around all together and really smoked out. It just gives a really nice effect. And on that same fluffy brush, I'm going to take Frappe again, and I'm really just going to use that to blend out the lower lash line. I'm bringing it down pretty low, and I want it pretty buffed out down there and smoky. And then a tiny bit of Cocoa Bear just on the edge. Okay, the next step is the winged eyeliner. I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner in black, but Maybelline has an amazing gel eyeliner as well, so if you don't want to get the Bobbi Brown one, go get the Maybelline one. And I'm going to be using a Sigma small angle brush. Looks like this. It's just like the tiniest little brush ever, so it's perfect for eyeliner. So I just start in the center of my eye, really close to the lash line. Just drawing a thin line in the middle of my eye. And then to do the wing, I just put some more product on my brush. And I start at the corner of my eye and I draw a line straight up. So I'm just following the natural path of my lower lash line. And I just draw it out. Kind of like so, and then I just connect it. So I take the tip of that flick and just connect it back in, and then fill it in. And then you hope they're even. So the eyeliner is done, so I'm just going to tight line. Pick up Forever pencil in black, and I'm just going to give the tight line a nice coat. Alright, now I'm just going to curl my lashes. Okay, and going in with my favorite mascara ever. This is the Arbonne It's a Long Story mascara. I love this stuff. And putting lots of coats of that on. Okay, so my top mascara is done. I'm now just going in with this pencil called Whisky by Decay. And I'm just going to put this in my waterline. It's just a really nice kind of warm matte brown. I just like using a brown for this look as opposed to a black because we are going to do a really dark lip. So it gives some definition without being too harsh. And then I'm just going to put mascara on the bottom. And the final step, I'm just going to use a bit of highlighting because with a very matte eye, I do like a little bit of highlight. So I'm going to go in with MAC's Nylon, and it's just this kind of yellowy golden highlight. And this is very intense, so be careful with this shadow. And I'm just going to put that right underneath my brow. It just gives a really nice gleam, and I'm just going to put that right on the inner corners as well. Just to really brighten things up since it is a very matte eye look. Okay, so the eyes are done. Okay, so just to finish off the rest of the face, I'm just going to bronze. So I'm going to use this Arbonne Bronzer for an all-over glow. For that, I like to use this Real Techniques retractable bronzer brush. So I'm just going to put that all over my face. This bronzer is really nice, especially for, you know, as we get into the cooler months, because it has just the right amount of glow. You know, you don't want that kind of beach babe glow in the winter, but you do want that kind of satin sheen, right? That just gives you that glowing look, but it doesn't necessarily look like you've been out on the beach all day, because that isn't the case where I'm from anyway. Okay, and you can totally skip this step, but I'm going to do a little bit of contouring using the Anastasia contour kit. And I'm just going to go in with this color on the end here. It's kind of like a medium tone. So I'm just going to put that in the hollows of my cheekbones and around my temples. Okay, moving on to blush. I'm using my new Hourglass blush palette, and this one here is called Mood Exposure, and it's just a really beautiful, like, warm plum color. Just putting that all over the cheeks. I wanted a natural blush color because the eyes are very dramatic and the lips are going to be dramatic as well. And just to add a little more glowiness, I'm taking the Hourglass Luminous Light, and I'm just going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, center of my forehead. It's just a beautiful, natural glow. Oh, I'm going to be using MAC's Current Lip Liner, and it's just a really dark purpley plum, and MAC's Rebel. These are my favorite fall combo with this warm eye. I love it. So just line your lips. I suggest filling in your lips just to make sure that the lipstick stays all day. Alright, so now going in with MAC's Rebel. Beautiful, perfect shade for fall. And that is the lips done. So that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. This is my favorite classic fall look, and I'll see you next week. Bye.